Kindra, this is the 27th year of Major League Soccer, a league that launched in 1996. We have all of us just witnessed the greatest day in league history. And the trophy presentation is next as MLS Cup 2022 finishes 3-3 through extra time. LAFC beats the Philadelphia Union in a penalty shootout.
Nothing in sports compares to a loss in a championship game. This year, the Philadelphia Union, who made their first final appearance last November, will try to rebound, mentally, emotionally, and physically, as they begin preparations for the 2023 campaign.
Good morning. We're ready to get started. Let's go. Remember how we finished last season, all right? This is the start of a new year, right?
Okay guys, before we get started, 10 minutes of your focus, but before we get going on the details, just want to formally welcome Andreas, Max, and Holden to the group. As we always talk about, make them feel welcome in their transition to the club, and they do a good job with that like we always do, okay? 2023 preseason, right? Always an exciting first day. Again, there's 28 other teams right now that think that they have something special, right? Every team is having some version of this conversation. Having said that now, we aren't sneaking up on anybody. I think I've said that 100 times to you guys. We've been consistent, and the credit goes to the people in this room. As we move forward now, I like to keep things simple, right? We all know what last year was. We all know how special of a season it was. We all know that we probably played in what's called the best MLS game of all time. But at the same time, we didn't win it, right? We were so close, and you can get no closer than we were, and it hurts, and it should hurt. But I'm a big believer that this group has taken one step further each season. The best part of that, being where we are and what we've established, is that the only people that we have to impress now is us, right? So getting to that final again, right? Getting to that game again is our sole focus. It's the only thing that matters. 48 days to Columbus. Everything is a build-up to our first game. From day one today when we start in preseason, this is the only thing that matters. It's our only focus, right? You guys have earned also the Champions League berth. For those that haven't played and been part of those games, it's where you want to be as a player, right? Playing in Azteca, in the biggest games, in the biggest spots, that's something that I think we have earned and something that we all need to embrace, and there's going to be a lot of games this year. We want to go for everything, guys. We want to win every game, every time we step on the field. We will have 55 games. That is an absurd number. It's a big number, so we're going to need, again, every guy in the squad to be ready. Okay, so star in the role you're given. I say it all the time now. If you're a guy that plays 90 minutes for the whole season, every game that we play in, star in that role. If you're a guy who plays 3 minutes at the end of the game to close it out, be ready for that role. It's the first day. Let's have a good one. Everybody comes with a good attitude, and let's go to work. Good.
In soccer, like in most things, consistency is key, and the Union have that in spades, returning all 11 starters from the final against Los Angeles, with only reserve starters Corey Burke, along with promising youngster Paxton Aronson, departing in the offseason.
All the way to the other side of the field, and you run in this direction, hit the other touchline where there's another, or the last set of cones, return over here, come back to that start line, and so on. We're gonna do this for 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes to run as far as you can. Okay? That's the only thing you need to be concerned about.
Running, as you might expect, is important in soccer. With most starters expected to play a full 90 minutes, plus stoppage time, top players can cover a distance upwards of 7 miles in that time.
Now we can start. Good life.
Welcome back.
Morning, my guys.
Hey, Vita.
Way, everything that you do now is going to be a transition from high to low. So this is the final touch. Okay, so it's just going to be a little two-footed catch here, back into here, and now that ball is low, going between the legs. Ball in. Stop.
Yes.
Okay.
What's your take on this squad and if it needs any reinforcements?
Yeah, look, I'll continue to say I believe Kai can play anywhere. Look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you he should be a starter on the top teams in the Premier League or the top teams in the Bundesliga, but the middle to bottom, I think he can play in any of those teams. So having said that, as a coach, he certainly is valuable to us here in Philadelphia, and he wants to win trophies here. So hopefully a good solution comes up for both sides, and we can figure things out there. Obviously, the loss of Corey is a real one. He's a guy who could score double digits in our league and has done it before. So that's tough to replace. Goals are hard to replace, and we'll certainly be searching. The center back tandem that we have has been amazing, and Brandon Craig is coming also as a third. But in this league, you need to have at least four good ones. So we're looking in that regard as well. A position that is critical to our success because we are brave and play a high back line. And I'll say it, center backs in our league and in the world right now are hard to find, and they're important. So we'll always look to improve, but I really like the group that we have here together now. But certainly another defensive depth piece and a good attacking guy off the bench that could change a game is something that we obviously have our eye on.
An early morning flight to a familiar place. Clearwater, Florida, the preseason home of the Union, will play host to the team's preparations for the coming season once again.
Look, guys, I hope everybody had a good couple days to recover, right? Take care of some things off the field at home, but most importantly, recover after what was, a pretty demanding week in terms of the physical load, 6 days training in a row. I thought everybody handled it well. Obviously, good to get on the grass back in Philly, but now here, great surface to play on. We'll utilize both fields again. I think each phase of preseason now, the intensity naturally has to go up a little bit, okay? This week will be treated just like a normal work week with a 4-day build into the game against Austin, an opponent we haven't played yet, but a very good opponent that likes to pass out of the back and actually play soccer. So it should be a good test for us as we build towards that. I'll say it from day one now, make sure you're maximizing every opportunity you get in training as well as the games, okay? For me, the games always tell the truth, right? The work that we put in during the week in training makes the games the fun part, or I won't say the easy part, but if we treat the training the right way, the games are the fun and easier part of our work week, okay? Good, have a good day.
Subaru has teamed up with the Philadelphia Union and Greater Philadelphia area Subaru retailers to make a difference in our community and at Subaru Park. Together, we've helped hundreds of pets get adopted at the stadium. At Subaru Park, we've grown and donated thousands of servings of fresh organic produce to area food banks and helped give kids in our community access to the game they love. Together, Subaru and the Philadelphia Union are making a difference. Subaru, more than a car company.
What's up? How are you? Morning. Morning.
Head coach Jim Curtin, ever present on the sidelines since 2014, enters his 10th season in charge. Of all current managers, only Kansas City's Peter Vermees has been with his club longer. He begins this season as the reigning coach of the year. the second time he's earned that honor. And while this Union team has plenty of thriving veterans, Curtin, who started his post-playing career as an academy coach, still finds plenty of time for the team's burgeoning batch of homegrowns.
We'll have some scenarios where we'll play different formations this year, which could help you in some ways too. Maybe 3 in the back, 3-5-2, where you can sit a little deeper, get on the ball, and kind of play make from a deep spot, and not have to do all the running out to the sideline, which is it's demanding and maybe doesn't get you on the ball as much. So we'll find ways to tweak some things because everybody's going to adjust to us now. You know.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Got to have a next plan B. So. A couple of the U20s will be leaving us. 3 of the U20s will be leaving us. This will be their last session, so just a heads up there. Say your goodbyes to them. They're out of here. They're gone and out of sight, out of mind till what? Actually, we will see you against Austin. We'll see you guys. You'll play 45 for us against Austin, but then they're gone, unfortunately, there. Reminder for all the young guys, okay? If you look around, and I'll say this periodically through the year, it's about putting good days together, good weeks, and then a good month. But you also have a bunch of resources here, right? If you just look around, you have the goalkeeper of the year, right? You have the defender of the year. You have best 11 guys. You have should have been an MVP. So again, you have guys that you should be sitting next to. You should be asking questions. Value that, right? So again, don't be shy. Don't be the young guy. It's okay to ask questions while you're having a meal together. Bring up a topic, right? You have a World Cup veteran in Ali Bedoya. So all these things are good things for you young guys. Again, in this league too, the second you feel comfortable and complacent, it has a way of humbling you. So make sure that you're bringing it each and every day to training, okay? So just a reminder there for the young guys. A lot of guys have reported some soreness, fatigue, that's normal. Yesterday was very demanding with the load, so today will be high intensity, a little shorter working periods, but let's make sure that when we're working at our max, and like I said, we'll have a recovery in the pool, and that'll be it for the day. Good, so have a good day. Now you gotta have 50 people asking you questions every day, you're in trouble. I just gave you homework. You got 25 guys to keep track of now. Be aware, Richie, there's always going to be pressure. There's always going to be pressure. Trust the first thing you see. It's usually the right decision. 8, goals are open. Woo, what a goal, what a goal. 1, 2. If one guy doesn't defend, it becomes very difficult. Have to go with 4, have to go together. Then also some reps at the 10, because I think you could do that as well. It puts you around the goal. You can play final passes. Sometimes maybe it's 2 10s with you and Daniel on the field, but It's been really good. And again, I know it's tough because you're in a good rhythm with us, and now you go with the national team. But when you go there, just be a leader there, right? Because you are, right? And those guys look up to you. But when you come back now, have in your brain, striker, 10, sometimes maybe still outside of the diamond to help us there. But we want you closer to goal, because I think that's where your best qualities come out. And obviously you're fit right now. You're able to run and press, and that's been really good. So keep going, right?
Thanks,
good. Yeah. Good, Jose. Good work. Good day. Good work.
In preseason, the games matter even more than practice, representing the best chance for players to test and build fitness for the coming year. Today's match comes against Austin, who in just their second season finished behind only LAFC in the West last year.
Okay, guys, look, a lot of hard work has gone into the last 2 weeks. Today will be our first test where you guys get to kick somebody that's wearing a different uniform than you. Again, it's a good Austin team, okay? So let's recognize to set the tone. Again, it's an opponent, guys, that was one of the best teams in the West last year, right? We won't see them this year. So again, it's going to be a little bit unfamiliar. Again, nice and compact with our diamond. Moving the back line, staying nice and compact from front to back. We want to be about 35 yards the whole game. Rest defense will be critical, so make sure we're communicating, talking to each other, helping the guy next to you, and solving problems, okay? I tell you all the time, guys, every preseason, there's going to be a game that we have in the preseason. We're going to think we're one of the best teams in the league. There's going to be a game where we maybe aren't so happy and confident in ourselves, right? Let's try to avoid the letdown game, okay? So every game and every time we step on the field, we leave it with something that we've gotten a little bit better, okay? And most importantly, help the guy next to you, right? There's new faces here. There's young guys that haven't played at this level yet, right? Help the guy out rather than yell at him. Give him constructive criticism on the field. That makes us better, okay? Depart at 9 o'clock. Good, finish up your meal.
No one.
guys, look, first test, right? Let's have the right mentality from the start. Okay, everybody's fully committed. This is a team that's going to try to pass out of everything, off of every goal kick. So how many times can we turn them over and create chances? The last 2 weeks now, we've worked very hard, right? Let's empty the tank for 45 minutes at our max, right? And get a little bit better each day. Good, let's go. Enjoy it, let's go, Harry. Let's go.
Like what Jim said, all right? Let's just try to have fun. This is our first game. Remember how we finished last season, all right? This is the start of a new year, all right? So let's make sure we apply what we're trying to do here. Let's just have fun out there, all right? And let's compete and let's make sure we're tired after the 45 minutes. All right? So let's go. Let's go. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win. Come on.
Hey!
45 minutes at our max. Okay, 45 minutes at our max. You can tell by the end of the half we were the more 15. So let's have that be the same thing in the second half. Okay, good. Let's go. Come on. Enjoy it. Come on. Let's go. Together. Get together. Stay high. Stay high. Stay high.
2 to win.
Following the 3-2 victory over Austin, the team gets back to work in Clearwater. And although there were no injuries in the match, there is one player not taking part in training. The absence is in goal, where the Union bolstered the roster by drafting keeper Holden Trent. That meant backup goalie Matt Freese would be moving on. The team traded Freese to New York City FC, who were in need of replacing a departing Sean Johnson.
Getting to represent the city I grew up in has been, a dream come true, as well as, winning the first trophy with that team in the club's history was is something I'm really proud of. Getting to train with the guy that I looked up to when I was younger, Andre, as well as train with Joe every single day and work with Phil, the rest of the staff, and the rest of the guys. Being led by Alejandro, who's an amazing captain. It's been an incredible honor, and I'm really thankful for everything, every experience I've had here in Philly. I'm looking forward to continuing to grow. From day one of being a professional, my goal has been to maximize my potential, and now it's an opportunity to continue growing and continue pushing myself, towards that ultimate goal of maximizing my potential. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's obviously a huge club, with a lot of history. It's a big team, and I'm looking forward to getting there and continuing to push myself forward.
Where are you going to live? You're going to live in the city, or you're going to live in Jersey?
Just try to tackle you and then you just end up crushing.
You got a house for him up there? He's going to have a studio apartment, shared bathroom in the hallway. $9,000.
Walking the street. Pipes leaking.
Up next for the team, the longest trip of preseason, a visit to Florida Gulf Coast University to take on Major League Soccer's newest participant. For the Union, it's another step in their climb towards fitness, while their opponents are still likely learning each other's names.
Good, just listen up, guys, as you're finishing putting your stuff on, okay? Like we talked about, let's play at a speed and a tempo that they're not used to and that they can't handle, okay? The field is a little bit bumpy, so it's a day where maybe we have to take an extra half touch, an extra touch to secure the ball before we play it. But everybody now is committed on the defensive side. It's a clean sheet, and let's score as many goals as possible. Good, let's go. Let's go, guys. Come on.
Same shit last time, all right? Let's try to work on exactly what our goals are for this game. Let's make sure we're tired after the 45 minutes. That's all that matters. We keep a shutout, because that's important, but then we work on what we need to do offensively, all right? Let's combine and get some goals in there, all right?
Come on now, hey.
Come on. No matter what, we come tired off the second half, all right? Let's go. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win. Come on. Come on now.
Richie! on.
While Jim Curtin puts the finishing touches on the first team's readiness for the coming campaign, Ernst Tanner is doing similar with the full roster. Joaquin Torres represents the closest thing to a natural winger the Union have had in some time. A game changer who can come off the bench and make a big difference. Not unlike another South American who used to wear blue and gold.
Okay, guys, before we get started talking about training, I want to formally welcome Joaquin Torres to the group. Excited to have you. I think a lot of you have already met him. I think we all know him as a player and how special he is and then what he'll add to the group, okay? It's all of our job now, like we always say, to make him feel comfortable and again, make his transition as smooth as possible, okay? So great to have you. Good to be here. And again, look to get this team better and better and lifting trophies as we continue to push forward, okay? We've had a very good performance against Austin. Not our best, I think we all would agree, against St. Louis in the draw. And now let's finish this trip the right way. So that means make sure we're getting treatment, taking care of our bodies, all those little reminders so that we're ready to go tomorrow. There'll be 5 or 6 guys that'll be pushed 60 minutes. The majority of guys will go 45. We'll have some go 30. So again, whatever minutes you get, maximize them, okay? That's the message. It's been the same the entire time. It's been a very good camp. Let's finish it the right way. Good. Have a good day. Old school.
Old school.
There he is. What's up? What's up?
19.
What's up?
He's the only guy with a white.
Torres' low center of gravity, combined with excellent quickness, makes him a tough player to mark. He also offers positional versatility, being able to function out wide as a second forward up top or as a number 10, backing up last year's MVP candidate, Daniel Gazdag. To close out leg 1 of preseason, the team travels to the campus of UCF in Orlando, after which they will fly home to get a well-earned rest. Before that, however, a date with Minnesota United.
Okay, guys, look, I'll keep things very short and very simple, all right? Let's have our best performance so far of the preseason. However many minutes you give your maximum, okay? We do the simple things perfect today, play at a high intensity, and we finish this first trip the right way, okay? Good mentality. Let's go.
Let's have fun. You know, let's have fun, be confident, enjoy the game, know what the game needs. The first couple, let's try to play in their half. You know, when they back off, we can play. We can really play, but everybody have to move for the ball. And let's just be on the same page, guys. If we're gonna play, everybody play. If we're gonna play direct, everybody's direct. But whatever we do, we just need to do it together. All right? And it's gonna be about reactions. Reactions. We're gonna lose the ball. We just react. Come on. We're on 3. 1, 2, 3.
But overall, guys, it's a really good half. Disappointing ending to the half, but now we pick up a couple guys will be out. You're done for the day. A couple will stay for 15 more minutes. But let's continue to build on that. Good job. Good work.
Through one half of the preseason, the Union have yet to lose. They return home weary, but confident. In the weeks remaining before the season kicks off against Columbus, we'll see new signings, positional battles, and more, as the Union begin another journey towards the top.